Wee, what's up with it, awoken one? Yeah, man, we in the building back with another one. Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. Everything is very interesting, bro. Golly, I'm Hopefully we don't have no problems. Let me make sure I fix all this before my stream get the trip in. Let me turn up my performance on my computer so it'll keep everything straight. Cause you know it gets to trying to drop. Says I might have to change my settings, but I can't do it right now. I'll do it next time. But yeah, what's up with it, y'all? Everything is very you know how it is, bro. Golly. Yeah, I mean, for the ones that was here, that was actually here for when I had when I dove in the other day, you know, that was something. That was something. That was some experience right there. That was wild, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a wild experience. I'm gonna open up the Discord so if anybody want to jump up in there. Yeah, it was a wild experience to the point to where when I woke up today, like I kind of had to let it sit in, sink in, cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. Remember, I started at like 10 o'clock. I started at like 10 o'clock. I didn't go to sleep till about 10 o'clock the next day. The next day, 10 o'clock the next day, bro. I was up all night because I don't know. It wouldn't turn off for some reason. It just kind of kept going and going and going and going and going and going and going. It wouldn't stop, which was like I said, to me it was dope. But at times it was kind of getting like I would get a little bit annoyed because like when it'll shut down and I think, okay, well, it's off now, I'm gonna just go on and try to get some rest. It'll kick back in. It'll kick back in. And it was kind of weird, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it was weird because all the cars look like bubbles and stuff. But I think the thing that I was more tripping off of was the fact, like I said, like when I was seeing the God thing really like kind of threw it off. It kind of threw it off because the way that I seen it, and it's crazy because as I think about it, I don't just want to put it like right there and saying that, okay, yeah, the God thing is the misleading thing. It's not. What's the misleading thing is the people using it for their convenience. That's why I think in the beginning of a lot of my experiences, like it was showing me certain things that I wasn't taking heed to because it's wild. This is what I always said. I said it's hard to step outside of the understanding of a human because we are taught from the beginning that we are human, and when you're a human, this is how you have to act, this is how you have to be. There are certain rules to being human. You just can't just there's rules to it, just like there's rules to your belief system or what you believe. There's rules to everything that you come into, when really in life it really ain't no rules, but we create rules for control, for a certain control. And I think that's what it was showing. I want to say I think that's what it was showing me, but and I think I'm just saying that because I don't want to there's a lot that you learn when you diving in that you just don't want to say because a lot of people not going to be able to register with it because like I said, how it was showing me how we're already in control, like something already controls us, something already gives us a belief system that we run with, that we recognize, in that, and we're coded with that. That's what we're coded with. So when you start to go outside of those codes of what you're coded with, that's when it starts getting glitchy. You feel me? It starts changing. Things start getting, it kind of, it creates angry feelings within you. You feel me? You want to turn it, you want to kind of argue the situation when somebody's going against your belief system or what you believe. So that's the part that got me, because like when you start to go in, the deeper you go in, you start to break those codes. You start to change that coding that is there. You feel me? Like I said, when I looked at my dogs, they were just numbers. They was numbers and letters. They were codes. They weren't even dogs, bro. I was like geeking out. Like I wasn't geeking. I just was like going, I'm going, wait, hold on. I'm looking at them, and like it's weird because you see it in like layers. Like you can see the layer, but it's more like an illusion. It's more like a ghostly like feeling, looking at the dog and seeing through the dog, but then seeing the numbers that code the dog. Because these numbers and these letters is the code that create the dog within the simulation. So I'm seeing this, and then that's why I said with my dog, I let him outside, and like the sounds that they paws was making on the ground from their nails hitting the ground, it wasn't even sounds, it was codes coming out. And I'm looking at the codes and I'm going, wait, hold on, like wait, I'm like going, man, I said I'm all the way the like at that point I said, man, I'm all the way there. I don't know if you can go too much further than this, but I was like, I'm all the way there, because now, what's up with it, Hugo? Now I'm seeing my dogs as these codes, and I'm going, all right, the sounds that they're making is codes too. It sounded like more robotic than anything. Even when they went to the dog bowl and they started eating out the dog bowl, like bro, it was the sounds that was coming out. They was codes. They were codes, like almost like codes within the matrix, whatever you want to call it. They were codes, bro. They weren't hold on, let me move this up and move this down. They were like literal codes. And like I'm looking at the codes, and like even when they were when they started to eat out the bowl, that's the part that really got me, because the like it was codes coming out. It wasn't even sounds. It was numbers and letters coming out, but the numbers and letters were creating the sound. And like they were kind of off. It's like almost like, because I'm deep in the trip, so my brain is reading this thing, and as it's reading the codes, I can hear it. I can hear the sounds, but the sounds were like more robotic than they were, you feel me, anything. They were robotic. Yeah, Wally was here the other day, but like I ain't hooked up my computer to be able to go live with Wally, because Wally don't know how to come into Discord yet and make he don't know how to come into the Discord. But like, okay, I'm tripping off that, right? Like, okay, dang, I'm like, wait, so everything is coded, like even the language, everything is just codes. So I think that's what took me deeper into, the thing, because now I'm going, okay, if everything is codes, who programmed the codes? Who put the codes there? Good. Everything or every day or day, everybody. What's up with it, John? Yeah, so like that's what I'm thinking, because like when I hear the sounds of the codes coming out, right, I'm going, wait, hold on. I'm like, okay, so the sound, so in my mind, I don't know why I was thinking this. I'm going, okay, that's what made the sound. That's the code that make that sound right there. And I'm going, okay, bam. Okay, so who is the generator? Who make these codes in order for reality to be? If everything in reality is just these codes, almost like the Matrix. Okay, who is the designer of the codes? This is what I'm thinking. So once I started thinking that, that's when I went into that other warp reality, to where I can see the the God that was going, okay, the God came in, like how God came into life, right? Like God came into life. Life was already here. When God came into life, like you could see that God was able to recognize itself. So the God thing that recognized itself, which is us, which is human, a lot of people don't want to accept this. But think of like, if you don't, if you can't understand what I'm saying when I say that, look at everybody that believes or that had their understanding. Everybody's understanding of God is different. Everybody has a different God that they can believe in, and they say this is the God that is the creator of all. And that thing exists within them, within us, within each person, each individual. So I'm watching this thing, right? I'm going, okay, dang, all right. So that's why I called it like the God complex, because once you get it, you try to have control over reality. You know, this is the thing that we try to do. We try to have control over our, not just ourselves but other people and what they do, and then we try to teach them how to control themselves, how you can control yourself, how you can better yourself, how you can be like this, how you can be like that, because this is the thing that it's doing. This is the thing that it's trained to do. It's trained to have a certain control over life, and this thing that came into life, that made itself within life, that's what it tries to do. If you notice, countries, people, organizations all try to have a certain amount of control over whatever it is they're doing. Like even you yourself trying to have control over your household, your kids, you feel me? Oh, at your job. Like we all play this control game when in life there's no control. You can't control life the way that you think you can control life. There's certain things that you be able to do, but you cannot 100% control this thing. It's like almost like when we landed on the moon, like I said, and we put the flag in the moon and we claimed it as ours. That's what we did with life. When we came into life, we put this flag in it and we claimed life to be ours. And then, you know, as if we go and we look at the different sayings, what did it say? It said, okay, God told him, okay, do this. What you need to do is, okay, name all the animals. I was having a conversation last night with Sun Tzu, like while I was still in there, still seeing visuals while I was still in there, but I'm having a conversation with him, and we were talking about that, about the fact that he was telling me about the lizards. And I'm like going, he's like, yeah, the lizards, you know, like when I lived in Jamaica, you know, they used to come in, they used to just be there, and we had this whole conversation. But it's like when you even think about a lizard, right? A lizard, like we named all these animals. We called all these animals, everything that was here, we called it something. And then we made ourselves be able to rule over all these things. We said we the ones that rule because we have a mind to think, to be able to name these things. But if you notice, each animal that's here, it didn't have a name. It was just being what it was. It didn't have to even be labeled. We labeled everything. We came in and we labeled everything because we had the God complex. We had this God thing going on. We came into this God thing. Like, and once we came into it, that's when we began to shape reality. We began to shape it. We began to shape what was already here and put things on it that probably wasn't even it. Like we started to try to control everything that was here. Like think about it, like bro, we take animals, we make them pets. You feel me? We manipulate the constructs of everything that's here and we change it into what we want it to be, to the point to where, okay, what did we do? Like now, like it was crazy because when I even the understanding of the what the God thing was, what I was seeing last night was controller, ruler, king. You feel me? Like that. You feel me? Like you have to follow this. You feel me? There's different rules that are put in place that we have to play. And then, you know, have you ever noticed why when we do dive in and we go real deep and we run into what we call the creator, that's what we see. We see this thing that runs everything. It controls everything. It has control over everything in the way that we think it has control, but really it doesn't. It doesn't really have control because if if we go to the highest point of diving in on psychedelics and we actually see that this thing is controlling everything, we don't like we notice that we come back and we go, okay, well, why is people doing this? Okay, why are people able to do that? Like, you know, and even if you go back and you read all the old texts and you look at the old texts, like every time something was created or he made people do something, it was something that he said was going to happen, but then it turned out some other way. You feel me? Because the people or the thing, the people that were running around, they had control over what they wanted to. But the entity that tried to control them said, okay, I want things to be this way, which I'm trying to do it for the better of humanity. And that's the control that the thing wanted. And then every time, it didn't matter whether it was Moses, whether it was Moses, Isaac, it didn't matter who came into play and came and played the game. They always did something outside of what the thing was telling them to do. And then when they did, they was condemned for it. They got in trouble for it. Something happened to them. Even when, you know, you go, when this thing go, okay, this is my people right here. This is my people who I've chosen. Okay, you saying you got a chosen people, and these people right here that are chosen and made to be a certain way. These people have to be a certain way. And anybody outside of those people are just not part of the program. They're just not, unless you come and join the organization, meaning that each one of these groups built their own organization behind the belief or behind the God complex that they had, and everybody had to follow that thing. And anybody that didn't, they just like were damn near NPCs. What's up with it, Theo? Blue Flame? Oh, I'm trying to see if I will be
Hey,
able to.
what's up, fam?
Oh, not too much, not too much, man.
Salute, brother.
The blue flame Jedi. Oh, nothing, man.
Salutation.
Nothing. I'm just sitting here just talking about that experience I just had the other day on Saturday night.
Yeah,
Oh, it was Friday. It was
nice.
Friday night actually.
Yeah, I've been out in the ethers lately, swimming or boating or UFOing.
UFOing.
UFOing. I've been
Yeah.
having some experiences. Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Hey, you know what make it even wilder is because I like when I went on YouTube, right? Hey, you ever heard of what's this guy name? I keep on forgetting his name, bro. Let me see. His name is something Wisely. Trevor Wisely. Yeah, that's his
never
name.
heard of him. Maybe I have
Yeah,
though.
Trevor Wisely. He the one who was talking about he be like the BU thing, the be me or something like that. And like he's saying like basically, to like to be you, like I was like man, I'm telling you, bro, like some of these experiences are how you thinking that you're way out there and like you're not understanding things, but that be the problem, bro. You want to
Yeah,
go as far
but
out as you can.
and wherever you are, here you are, there you go. And also, it's like it's always a crowd thing. It's like I think the more people we see, we could only meet a couple people and say, well, nah, I'm this or they're that. But if we keep on meeting more and more people, there's so many people on Earth in so many timelines, you'll start to vibrate at the same frequency. Some people are going to speak that language.
Yeah,
And you'd be like, even though it doesn't need validation, because what it is what it is, but there are
yeah,
going to be people that see the same as you. And there's going to be enough variance to where you guys can point each other in the right direction for whatever it is. And it's not
yeah,
it's not like it's out of fear. Like you need to look for everything. It's like it's just an honor to look at this science, fun, music theory, whatever way we choose to play it out.
yeah, yeah.
It's
But
like
it's
blissful.
but I think the reason I came up with the God complex because a lot of people when they get the God complex they try to control things. They try to control everybody or control other things. It's like a certain they try to have control over life or people in life. And
Like there's more sides to right or wrong. It's like so many ways to express the same thing. We can either see it as like whatever translation we do, we can use words to get to a space, we can use spaces to get to a word, and it's always circling back.
That's what I was saying Friday night. It's like it's always that loop. It's always that loop, and that's what I was trying to understand. Why is it the loop? Why is it the loop? Like why you keep going through that loop that circle you back to you, like like to where you like almost like like almost like you're creating, and it's like, wait, hold on, bro, no, it's got to be something outside of that loop. And like that's what I was saying about Trevor Wisely, his stop being a human, it's off in you. Discover your own inner kingdom of be me heavens within you. It's like it's in you, it's not on you. It's not outside of you. It's never been outside of you. But we're always looking outside for the answer.
Sometimes that loop. It's like sometimes a loop can just unravel and become a straight line, and then there's like another thing. But it's a memory game too, as it's always validation, that self-fulfilling prophecy, that self-referencing reality.
Yeah, you know what it make me think of? It make me think of that story. It make me think of that story of Yaldabaoth. I think that's the name that they talk about,
Yeah.
and they say Yaldabaoth.
I'll,
How you going in and out, Theo?
hold on.
Yeah, it's like Yaldabaoth. Yaldabaoth created a reality within reality. Within the reality, created another reality within it. You feel me? For the own control. It was
And he
man,
was just living. Like he
man.
was just like, mom's not looking. I'm gonna go create a reality
Yeah.
under the stairs, behind the backyard. And then it's like infinite.
Oh, there you go, Wally. Man, Wally, how come you can't come into the Discord, Wally?
Wally's a long time good buddy, good family member of us here. We need you to come through to the disco.
I know I'm about to have to what's the name? I'm gonna have to probably I'm gonna have to call him and put him on speaker and put him
Wally,
on
I
the
love you in
speakerphone.
that movie, by the way. Your movie is great. I don't know if that's a autobiography, Wally, but that's a great movie. You were
it,
great in that one.
it was, man. It was, even though he didn't talk that much. He didn't have to, huh?
You didn't have any lines to memorize, but you acted it out very, very good.
It's relativity. That's it. Nothing is nothing else. Nothing else. Bro, Wally. But that's the thing, right? When I was in the experience, that's all I seen. Like I was seeing things as being just numbers, and like it was codes. It wasn't even real. It was like everything was like these codes, almost like a computer program. It even sent like even the sounds was codes. Theo, the sounds was codes. They were like computer generated
Yeah,
codes. And when you see them, you can
that's
hear
that
them, but
bluegrass.
man, I was like, bro, I was geeked. I was geeked. I said, I'm when I started seeing that, I said, I'm out there now. I kind of
Yeah,
just
because
soaked
you
in
can
that part.
see. It's kind of like Braille, like all the codes. You can travel through the sound in so many ways. You can hear it or unpack it into an experience.
Yeah,
All the
because
potential
but you
codes.
as you seeing the codes, you just like I said, I was just going, okay, damn, that's the code that make that sound. Like I can act like I understood it, but I didn't. I did, but I didn't. Like while you there, you can understand what's going on, but when you come back, you just like confused, like not confused, but you just like,
Is
dang, okay, it's
that's
been
what we
said,
call
but
intellectualizing. We're like, even while we're there, we have that center, like core memory, like complex of this body mind. So once you try to like correlate it to other stuff to get a so-called human meaning of it, it's like because it already is what it is. But that's weird when you're looking at it. You're like, it means this and that. It's like the farther away you get from it, it ripples into different memories and correlations. Yeah, it
yeah,
gets
yeah,
sticky. It's
I'm about to
confusing, but when you're
call.
just looking at it, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is
All right,
what it
Wally,
is. Oh yeah, I'm
Wally
about to
World.
call Wally World, and we're gonna get some insight from Wally. I'm gonna have to set up to where I can like make sure he's able to be heard. Get some Wally insight. Oh, I don't know where my what's the name is.
Yeah.
What's up, Wally?
Hey,
He's
what's
in the
happening,
walls.
bro?
Cheers, brother.
Let me put you up on
I don't
game.
know, bro. I hope you can hear me well, boy, you know.
We hear you good.
Okay, so, you know, I got bad news and good news.
All right, let's go.
All right. The good news is that everything is perfect.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. Everything is perfect. That's the good news. The bad news is that you think it's happening to you.
Okay, explain yourself.
Well, it's happening apparently, but to a body. And then the funny thing is about the body is the only object that is aware of itself in the story. That's what they call singularity. That's what they call the illumination, people getting enlightened. It's actually the body becoming alive in here for the first time. In the beginning, it goes full on by itself, but then you come back. You know, the relative system. Because the me is nothing but relativity. Relativity is the absence of absolute activity.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
So as long as you're relative, you cannot be absolute. And then what happens is that the energy that is inside the body is contracted, goes beyond those two, looks down at them, and then it realizes this one freaking story splitting into two. Why? Because man here split the atom. And that started from there.
Okay.
You see when the atom was split, the only mistake that was made there was that someone believed you split it.
Yeah.
And then from that on, forget it. You go backwards, and then you realize that Adam fucking literally believed that he ate that he was a man and Eve believed she was a woman. And then they fucking believed they were talking to a serpent that offered them an apple. And then they believed they ate that shit. Then everything is a belief system that got here and was and embody a unit. From that unit, it began to another unit and to another unit. And this is the infiltration of artificial activity here that you think is real, but it's actually artificial intelligence by itself. The second you think you know that, then you start going into loops of relativity. You see, you go from one me to another me. What the guy was saying in there, what one of your audiences was saying, that there's like a bunch of me's, and that's an avatar system.
Okay.
Yo,
yeah.
I was with my cousin.
So the body has an avatar system. That's its software. The avatar system is you being a bus driver.
Hold on, let me see if I can find what's the name. Now keep going. Wow.
Oh yeah.
The avatar system is you being a bus driver, you being a husband, me being a security person, me being a bodybuilder, me being a chess player, me being a son, a wife, whatever. That's an avatar system. You see?
Yeah. Okay.
And those are the me's, and that is the kingdom of relativity in the story here. This is how it's understood. Then what happens is that goes under the epistemological system. The epistemological system is what creates knowledge here. And then knowledge comes from language. And then language uses symbols, which are numbers and letters. That's all. They're the same. And then you could give value to a letter by making it numerical, and you could do the same thing to a number. You could make it a grammatic impression. Yeah. You can make it into a letter and blah, 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 blah. And then those are the freaking codes that you say you sound, that you saw in sounds when they were happening, because everything is sonic here. Then it's visual. The sonic system is stronger because that's the hearing sense. The hearing sense is the unit, is the strongest shit there is. It's like a radar and a sonar at the same time. It's a satellite, in other words.
Yeah.
And then the antennas are in the ankles. The ankles of your body are antennas, bro.
Okay, explain this then, Wally. Okay, why was I at a point to where I was seeing God and life as being two separate things?
It is two separate things. I think the funny thing is that everything is backwards. So realistically, in the story, Satan is God. Why? Because he's the bearer of light. And then light is what carries the information that comes here, and we believe we know that. You see what it is? You think you know shit, and then what you know is all coming from light, which is Lucifer, which is the illumination in the unit. Lucifer means light.
Yeah.
You see, Lucifer means light, and then God is you here making the decision whether to believe that shit or not. God, you know what free will is, man? Free will is volunteering, man. They don't even pay you for that.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't even pay you for volunteering, and that's what free will is. And I'm going like, oh my God, human beings are delusional, man. Oh my God. And that, there's no human being, but there's a compilation of relative stories that one adds to the other, and then that is what creates you here. And that is what represents the word you here. You. The word you is a pronoun. And then all that information is inside that pronoun. You see?
Yeah.
So if you think you, then you think you're running things. No, that program is running the shit out of you here.
Yeah, the program.
And he's doing it by environmental activity, by the environment that it appears to create from the body. The body and the environment is the same thing here. And everything goes as far as the corneas of the eyes can fuck. That layer of the cornea of the eye, that's what the farthest object in the story is apparently from the body. It's not even outside the body, it's inside the eye.
Yeah, that's what it seems. Look, Wally, a Woken one said he was reading the book of Enoch, and it's wild. They reference Christ so often that it talks about the elect one, the anointed one, the chosen one, the Son of Man.
Right. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. Did you hear me?
You hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay,
What about
so
me?
Look, everything is real if you want it to be real. That's it. So you have the absolute power. And still
I
even
got a
you, it's
correlation
dynamic
with that, too.
invisibility and dynamic intangibility. That's what you are. You cannot see yourself twice. That's how invisible you are.
I always see like a
What?
vision of two different things happening, which creates a third
Hello?
thing. It looks like
Yeah, I hear you, Wally. Hold on,
it looks
Wally.
like the cell splitting. It looks like a cell splitting. It looks like an infinity symbol, number 8, flipped on its side. But I see it as like
Hey, you sound
the
far,
human
bro.
consciousness, awareness.
Yeah, I know, because
Like,
you on the
when
phone,
we-
you got to come
You
into...
sound like you're in another galaxy, and you are.
It looks like a map to me of like what they call in astrology, like the sun, moon, rising, or like the emptiness and the sun and the moon.
Yeah, I know that.
It looks
Wally,
like we're
you don't
looking
got
at
Discord on your
ourselves and it's
phone no more?
casting a shadow.
Shit, man. I don't know. This
But all
thing
this
gets
shit I say to
wild.
say,
Everything.
I don't know if
gotta deal
anyone
with
can
this
hear me.
thing getting
I know.
wild
I
and
hear you,
everything.
Theo. I'm here and listening to both of y'all. I'm trying to tell Wally,
Okay,
Wally,
yeah.
you don't got Discord no more,
Yeah,
Wally?
Wally, pop in.
No, man, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing most of the time in here, man. I don't think I'm here. You see what I mean?
But yeah, true. I gave Cuzzo. He wanted to dive in. It was his idea. I didn't do this to him.
Who?
He wanted to dive in, bro.
And it's
My
very
cousin.
scary.
Wait,
He's
hold on, Theo. Wally.
Yeah.
Wally, I'm going to try to find my speaker. I'm going to call you right back, Wally.
Oh, come on, man.
Because the way I got it set up, everybody can't hear you as clear. And everybody can't.
Hey, could you hear me better before?
No, it's just I got you on loudspeaker on my phone. So, and then we in Discord also, so the people in there can't hear you, and it's like two people talking at the same time.
All right, man.
All right. I'm gonna have to find my speaker, Theo, because, No, now, go ahead, Theo. Can you hear me, Theo?
Yeah, sorry, I was on push to talk, but I was with cousin, and I thought everything would be all right. You know, like the song, everything's gonna be. So we took some psychedelics, and I took some Lucy. He took some mushrooms. He took like less than a half gram. Within like 30 minutes, we were drinking a beer, we were chilling. I thought we were just gonna play guitar and everything. And then he started tripping. He said, "Wait, I'm a messenger."
What?
And then I was like, "Yeah, brother, for sure. Everything is like a cellular, like we're all sharing data, the mind of God." I tried to be light. I tried to just be supportive, not say too much. Then he's like, "Wait, sorry, man." He's like, "I'm so sorry. I'm a time watcher. I've always been this way." He's like, "When I was 1 year old, when I was 7 years old," he kept saying key stuff like that throughout the time. But something he correlated when he was 1 year old, he was talking about that same thing that I see, like the sun and moon or the atom splitting, what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And he, like one of the first things he said, everything's a circle. Holy shit, everything's a circle. And then fucking started. But he was seeing that, he's like, I just can't stop seeing two atoms splitting.
Hey, like when he was saying that, I was tripping off that. Man, where the hell is my speaker at? I was tripping off that because the two, like when you think of the two atoms splitting and you go look it up, like that's how we do when, you know, in the egg. That's the process of the egg.
Yeah, and that's what I get, like that Terrence Howard activity where it's like 1 + 1 = 3. That's like a message I get on psychedelics. One, it's like 2 = 1, and 1 + 2 = 3. I don't know. You can just see where numbers come from. Those codes.
Yeah, code.
But those diagrams.
Hey, that is trippy, bro.
I'm gonna try to get cousin on here one day and give his report. That was fucked up. I was scared, True. I thought he died. Thought I was gonna have to tell his parents that I fried him.
Yeah. Hey, did you talk to him like the day afterwards?
We kicked it the whole next day. We had we smoked some weed and took a long walk through nature. Yeah, he's all right. I wouldn't say he's good. He ain't been acting the same. No, he pretty much like got destabilized and fractalized. Now he's almost like damn near the same, but he does feel like it's still an experience he's recovering or he's like integrating from.
Yeah,
but he's all right now.
He gotta stay. He gotta stabilize, bro.
Bruh.
Hey,
it was some serious travel.
You jogged his memories.
He was like, he was tripping. He looked me in the eyes. He said, "When I was 1 year old, when I was 7 years old." And I was trying to say shit to him. He was so far gone. I was like, all right, it's over. Sorry. I'll call your mom tomorrow.
You said
I'll call
it was
her
less
tomorrow.
than a gram?
Yeah, bro.
That's hilarious. It happens though, man. Like I did a microdose earlier. I was like, I told my wife, yeah, this is just a microdose.
Yeah.
And it was not.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Just now getting back.
What's your dosage? That wasn't a micro. That's a classic dose right there.
Hey,
I don't know how much it is.
Hey, Piano Key. That's why I laugh at dosage.
That's Piano Key.
It's like
exactly. It's like this, Crew. I think there's enough molecule. If one molecule gets to the receptor, it's like the sperm in the egg. You're done.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Good morning.
It's activated.
You're done.
But that was the first time he did it in years too, and he's already like a visual, like he's a character. He's like a visualizer, an artist.
I said, cause Saturday, man, I said I was geeked up, but I ain't gonna lie, I like when I get all the way geeked up. When like I go all the way, when I go all the way outside of my my frame of thoughts of what I believe and
Hmm.
what I think, man, that's the best part.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Your voice changes everything.
Yeah, that's the best part. I said,
That jazz.
you start seeing the coding of everything. It's like, oh yeah, now I'm there now. I'm there. Now everything is codes. Okay, I'm there. I'm there. Where is there? I don't know, but I'm there.
Mm.
I'm there. But you said it was only a. Theo said it was only a gram. I hate to laugh, y'all. Y'all gonna hear me laugh a lot
No,
about
that is
things.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's like a gram. Like like when I was 1 years old, when I was 6, it's like, wait, it took you all the way back there.
Mm-mm-mm.
It took you all the way back there. Like, golly, you out.
Hey, do you see the
Think if it
when
was
you're
2.
you got your eyes closed? Is that the only time you see them?
See, no, I didn't last night. The one it was crazy is the other night I didn't close my eyes. Like not I
Okay.
didn't within the experience I didn't close my eyes.
Oh.
I was just having all open eye visuals. I didn't close my eyes really none because well it was one point I closed my eyes and I seen I seen this yellow octopus creature that was huge though. I'm talking about it had like 1,000 tentacles, like all different sizes. And you know what I tried to do, piano key? Cause you know how we do.
Yeah.
We learned that the music makes it
Navigate.
stronger. Yeah. But when I
Yeah.
put the music on, everything disappeared. And like basically
Mm.
what it was saying, it was like, okay, see, you're not getting what I'm trying to tell you now. Like I'm trying to pull you outside uh, of reality. I'm trying to like take
Yeah.
you outside of it. But if you keep on
Uh-huh.
doing these things over here, it's gonna keep you like in the trap of reality.
Mm.
I had,
So
I had
how can I
just
pull you outside if you're using methods within the
Using,
reality to
yeah.
keep you in the
Uh-huh.
reality or keep you with the thoughts of
Hmm.
what's going on in the reality? And I'm like going, okay, my bad. Like my bad. So I just like turned the music there and just laid on the couch.
Mm.
And yeah. And I didn't get back to that octopus creature, but I got to some other stuff that was happening.
why is it everybody always has like these animals from the deep and stuff? Because I had a trip like that with an octopus, but it was like a purplish, like a lavender colored, and we were all in an RV,
Yeah.
and it was weird. It was like a contested like thing. I thought I told you about it. No, it was weird.
Yeah. But
Okay, look, huh?
no, go ahead.
You know how like in these really nice, super luxurious,
This is
luxurious RVs, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, how you know the TV? It looks like a shelf, but it can float up and it can turn into like a screen TV. You know? Okay, so this is where the octopus came from. Okay, where there's like 8, I guess, different contestants, whatever, 4 men, 4 women, including me. And and all of a sudden we're all looking around, exploring the bus, and then all of a sudden, attention, we don't know where it came from. All of a sudden, we were called into the front part of the bus where the TV thing was at, and it slid up, and this octopus he came out, and he had this crazy
What?
grin. He's all looking at it's crazy, like and he had his his tentacles. He's like he was sitting in the TV, and he had some of his tentacles laying out, and he's all talking to us. He goes, ha ha ha! Y'all thought this is a game, but not a game, a lesson also or something. And he was like looking at us, pointing at us, and y'all using his tentacles to talk. He's a hand talker, and he was like, "There's a room, as you've noticed, a closet with a mirror. That's it with a little." And then he goes, "Okay, it's a special little thing." He goes, "You can go in there and you can be whoever you want to be. You can say whoever you want to look like, whatever you want to do, or whatever, but don't overuse it. Don't overuse it." And some of the people did, you know what I mean? I went there a couple of times, but I would see people coming out there. They say, "I want to look like Prince," and they look like Prince, and they talking, and looking, but they still have the facial feature of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's
some
funny.
people, some people that overused it. Okay, it was the end of like a session or whatever. They're like, "All right, everybody out the bus," And there's like, okay, you overused it, everybody else overused it. So we had to get off the bus into a line, and it was a line we didn't know what it was for, but when we got to it, it was like for eating, because we saw picnic tables and stuff, and we're like, oh, and then we saw a motorcycle track, like, and then a big old gorge, and like another side where the track, like where the motorcycle would, like jump and land, to the other side with the door,
Yeah.
and it was crazy. And so then after that, okay, anyways, I picked the line because I saw somebody, they didn't make it on the motorcycle, because you can pick, do you want to go on the line or do you want to try the motorcycle thing, the bit, try to make it across the gorge with the motorcycle. It's like, I can even ride a motorcycle, so fuck it. I mean,
okay, we gotta watch our cussing though, y'all. We gotta.
I do apologize.
All right, we gotta.
Anyway, I apologize. Okay.
You good? You good?
And then, anyways, I chose the line. And the line was to get a whole plate of food. It had food or whatever. It's like literally whatever you wanted to eat. Whatever you wanted on that plate, eat it, get it. But, eat your food. Okay? And then you can come back for seconds. But the trick was, it was like whoever was so full or they fell asleep. Or whoever fell asleep after eating, then they were out of there. They were gone. They were out.
Oh, yeah.
And so it came down to, and I was like, man, what's up with this? Why we can't fall asleep? Because I've always wanted to fall asleep after I eat like big old meals, like Thanksgiving meals. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go night night. But so I was like, it was between me and this other person. But that's basically when I didn't ever get to the end. I never seen the end of it. It was like it dragged out to something else, and I don't even remember none of them. It was like, but that's what it was. It was like I was always wondering why. Some of this octopus, and he always comes up inside of the visions and stuff, like seeing them, and he's like, hey, like slurping along with me. So you made it that far? I said, I don't know how far I made it. I feel like I'm in Alice in Wonderland or something all the time, because he's always there, like that cat in the sky and that moon,
Yeah, the Cheshires
Cheshire,
Hey, you know what's crazy? One thing that I seen is that it's not even the creature is not even an octopus. It got octopus tentacles, but it's not an octopus. It's something else. It's just
something else.
Yeah, it's just that's the closest thing you can label it to is an octopus.
Exactly.
Then you got
that's crazy because.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good. Octopus has been a thing for a long, long time with this community. So I remember, it was in the books, Spirit Molecule. We would talk about it. I was really into this show years ago. The OA, the original Angel. It's the OA TV show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Great show. They had it in there, and I remember it was in my dreams. It was in my trips and dreams. The octopus is there, but it's not really an octopus. And around the same time, I was learning how they might be the only transpermeal creature on the planet. Octopus and mushrooms are the only things that can travel from universe to universe.
Yeah,
that's a really, really crazy thing to think about.
So
mushroom spores and octopus or octopi. I don't know.
What happened on your experience? Because you wasn't able to really get into what happened.
It was my first trip of the year. Actually, I haven't even tripped all year, and I just did a little microdose. But I was just expecting, I don't know, just to feel something. But I started seeing visuals, the walls breathing and the everything being wavy. And it's a rainy day here, so I was like, today's a good day to do it. But I just laid down, and wifey came and laid next to me, and we were watching My Name is Earl, and I just meditated while My Name is Earl was in the background, but it felt like I wasn't even in my body, if I'm being honest.
Oh,
but
man.
There's good messages in that TV show. It's weird to say, but it was not really, it was profound, but it was exactly how it's supposed to happen. All positive messages. Oh, rainbows, colors. But I wasn't expecting to see the colors and the rainbows, because I just thought it was a microdose. But saw rainbows with my eyes closed, saw colors, and heard My Name is Earl talking about karma and just doing good stuff. Even sometimes it might backfire. Not really backfire, but it's every episode is a lesson. And we only did 1 or 2 episodes, but It's a good show. It was a good show, good trip, good microdose, even though it wasn't really a microdose. I wish I had a better trip report for you. I haven't
No,
really. I try.
that's cool because you like you said that was your first time going back all year, which is crazy.
All year.
Because I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
like I was telling them like for like I don't know, it was like for 3 years straight, it almost seemed like we was going every day. We used
Every day, man. Deep
remember,
diving.
remember the time where we dove in and we actually you was like, okay, look, go stand on the grass and watch what happened. And then all the Bluetooth, both our
Yeah.
Bluetooths turned off, and it's like, wait, hold on, how is that? Like,
My dude, when Wally was just saying, "Hey, our ankles are antennas," I was like, you know what? That makes effing sense. When Wally said that, I was thinking about I was having a flashback of us standing on the grass with our bare feet. If our ankles are antennas, there is a connection to what Wally said. Then
yeah,
there's something. There's definitely something because anybody can go out there, be on your Bluetooth headphones, stand in the grass, and it's gonna disconnect and mess up. Same for microwaves too. If you're using a microwave around your Bluetooth headphones, it's gonna short out for that too.
That's
Yeah.
why they
And
got
the
the genies depicted without any feet, because they got pure
They got who?
Ethernet. Oh, the genies and the jinn, or like the genie from
That's a good
Aladdin,
point.
they got no feet, pure Ethernet.
That's a good point.
the
And
gin.
another weird connection is Bluetooth and microwave technology both were discovered allegedly the same year. Like,
And they said kids, babies won't go play near the Wi-Fi signals. They're doing a lot of tests, like where you can get like a
I didn't know
little radiation tester to see how much radiation is leaking out of certain stuff. And wired headphones have almost none. I'm talking to you on wired headphones.
Yeah.
And they show that like the Bluetooth headphones are really give off a
And
lot of gunk.
Mm.
cell phones too. When females, I've heard about, read a thing, an article about it. You know how females, they have their cell phones and they put them in their pocket. It's called their kit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they put them in their kit. And so they say that kit that they usually get,
Maybe.
that they have a lot of problems with. There's been known of people getting breast cancer because they've had so much radiation in their breasts.
Yeah, because they have there's a notice in your cell phone too. If you go into the about part of the cell phone, it shows like a certain, I don't know exactly know how to find it. You can Google it, but it shows it's a certain distance from your body that it's supposed to be. The manufacturer has to tell you that.
Okay,
I did
It's
not
not
know
supposed
that.
to be right up close.
but it still, if reality is just like numbers and codes, right?
Yeah, then that means
Let's go,
everything
let's
that's
go.
right could also be wrong.
Yeah,
Hold
so
on,
it's
let me
like
let you finish.
what are we missing? What are we missing? If reality is just numbers and codes, like
Then it's like you got to find out which codes are for the game and the system you're in. Because if you start writing Sega Genesis codes, but you're in an Xbox 360, then you might start shitting out
what
like
if reality is just
SNES,
numbers and codes?
Dreamcast games. It wouldn't be good. You're not gonna have fun. So wait, what is the ultimate goal here, True? You saying like, why don't we just start writing the codes better
Yeah,
directly
basically.
instead of worrying about all the like? I guess maybe it is like really it's our thoughts and emotions that write the code. It's not really the codes themselves. So I guess sometimes maybe that self-reflection or going through that system, like building and rebuilding, or going through the structures of our mind of all of the realities that the creation has ever created.
Yeah,
Over
basically.
time, maybe we
Like,
unlock those wormholes so we don't get stuck up in certain laws. Because all the laws are there just to be like the more true something is, the more true it is most of the time. It's not
Yeah.
that it's always true, but we're utilizing that rule so we can circulate the codes in a certain way that help us. So we shouldn't always have to get the bad side of that. We should be able to.
But you gonna get like I think it's gonna play both sides. Like okay, like Chatbot says. So if reality is numbers and codes, that will mean you are both inside the system and part of the system that reads it. Like a character in a video game who's starting to realize they're also part of the game engine itself.
No doubt.
Yeah, because you're also in the room, but the room in your head, and my head is shaking now.
Oh,
JK.
okay. So look, Theo. It also said this, and this is the question I had. It said your mind interprets raw data, vibrations, frequencies, uh, probabilities into color, sound, and form, much like a computer screen turns binary code into
Or much
images.
as the butcher turns living livestock into a fried steak on your table, farm to table. I mean, come on.
That's
Are we hungry or not?
that's brilliant,
Do we live to eat or do we eat to live?
dude.
Pay attention, you
That was
guys,
so
'cause
clever,
our
man.
eyes are
Like
like
your
mouths.
timing.
The cosmic joke.
Wow,
It's a
that
Yeah,
little
was great.
whisper.
the
I think our
cosmic
eyes really
joke.
are like a mouth, though. Like every time we see something, we're paying attention. It's also like saying we're eating that reality.
Mm.
Yeah, the world
And
of
that's how you
Maya.
vote with your dollar.
The world of Maya. The illusion, the projection. Like it's crazy,
Maya.
bro. Yeah, the world of Maya.
The world of jazz,
Maya,
even.
Maya.
Just to think of Coltrane and
Maya,
jazz,
Maya.
Maya.
All right, so one of the trips I facilitated years ago, the young lady, because I was like trying to explain to her mother Aya, like a lot of people see the lady, and the lady is also called Mother Aya. She was like, no, it wasn't. It didn't feel like her, but I felt like she was like all the planets, all the plants, and she had the five elements, and I kept saying Mother Aya, but she was like, no, it was more like my show Captain Planet. All the five elements,
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, Water, all those things, and then she was like, it was like once I got control of all those things, the lady presented herself to me, but it like I didn't feel like a mother ayahuasca, like because it wasn't ayahuasca that was happening. It was a vape, but uh, it was Maya. I'm pretty sure the lady's name is Maya on Captain Planet when they all come to like Captain Planet's. I wouldn't call her mom or boss, but like the lady played by Whoopi Goldberg, they would all like submit to. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure her name was Maya. I'm pretty sure it was Maya. I can't Google it right now, but I'm pretty sure it was Maya.
I'm not.
Sorry,
I
that
don't
was a
remember.
trip. That,
I don't
hold on,
remember.
I'm gonna
But I
I'm gonna
know.
check. I'm pretty sure it was Maya.
What about the blue DMT lady though? Cause like what if it could have been that? Does anybody even know
Maybe.
what nah mean? NAH mean? I don't know. What does it mean?
Nah,
Nah means
man.
Gaia. I'm sorry, I was
Gaia.
But
saying
I'm
Yeah,
Maya.
thinking
So
of
Gaia.
never
like,
mind. Gaia. Her name is
isn't
Gaia.
NA?
Yeah.
NA is like Superman. Superman. Sodium. Hello.
Sodium.
Sea
Yeah.
salt. Yeah.
Nah.
Sodium.
Zinc Himalayan salt.
Nah.
Nah.
But yeah, Gaia, Maya,
Mother
But
Aya.
Papaya, dragon
yeah.
fruit papaya.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gaia is like the great mother, isn't it? Like the Mother Earth, basically.
Yeah,
That
it's like
Yeah,
the
would
and
that
that's who
would
mysterious
Whoopi.
be.
Greek
That's who
mother.
Captain Planet was. So yeah, I kept saying Maya in my brain. I was incorrect. She was saying Gaia. I was saying Mother Ayahuasca, and she was like, "No, it's more like Gaia, not Maya. Gaia was
Yeah,
what I was trying to
Gaia.
think of."
Yeah,
It's
Gaia.
crazy.
Maya of the
Like
Gaia.
like Mother Earth. Like that would make sense though,
Mm-hmm.
because the elements, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's like you
All
think
of
it's Earth, but then the Venus star stands up, and all the trees are her hair. She walks
oh my
away.
goodness, bro. I don't even see I see trees as like an extension of our lungs now. Trees ain't even the same no
Yeah.
more when I see them. It's
you ain't
not the
lying.
Right.
same. What's up, Ozo? Got
Oh,
Ozo in the
Zolito.
building.
What up, man?
Oh,
What's
nothing,
happening,
man.
man?
Not
What's
too
good,
much.
man?
Not too much, man. I'm trying to get
I
further
don't
than
know nothing.
further
Just a
than
quick
you
question.
on the
Another
dives. I can't. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't even know where my passport. I don't even know where I got my passport to.
I can't just take. I can't just take like 3 grams, 2 grams, no more. It's impossible.
You gotta take 5.
Yeah, I gotta take. It got to be 5 or better, bro. It has to be. Like nowadays, it has to be like
Has to be,
five or
bro.
better.
Oh, they took me away.
And like I don't know, six now. Like, I can take the 3.5 and be cool, but then I don't know, man. It's like, now like I went up, like I can't help it, bro. I'll take three and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna just, and then it'd be like, nah, let me take this other three so I can go all the way. I'm trying to go beyond, beyond.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. That's how it be.
Somewhere beyond the sea.
Somewhere
Never
be.
again will I go sailing.
It, it,
My love is on the other shore.
but I think that's what it is, man, bro. I always thought, cause like, I always feel like, okay, me myself, I have my own set of beliefs of what I see, what I understand, what I believe to be so, and
What you cultivate.
I always feel like, okay, what do you got to do to go outside of that, outside of yourself? Can you step
I feel like there
outside of
would be
the
no
you that you
reason.
created? What you
'Cause I feel
mean?
like there's no rule basically, because any rule, like you said, would be in that thing. So you just got to stop having a rule. Just be like, meow, not
Exactly.
be you.
Exactly. That's what we was talking about a
That's
while
how
back,
it's right.
Ozo. That's what me and Ozo was talking about a while back.
What
That
happened?
Yeah.
like you remember how you always say this was like one of your sayings like there's no anchors to this thing because you know how everybody they try to
Yeah.
anchor it down and say it should be like this or you should do it like this and it's really no anchors.
No. Yeah, yeah. I mean, shit. You shouldn't have any because if you do, you'll notice that connect. The anchor leads all the way back to religion, leads all the way
It'll be
back to your
biased.
parents' beliefs, leads all the way
Like
to
we want
somebody
to,
else's. Yeah.
Yeah.
if there's like a reality that we're tuning for and we're a tuning fork, then it's like if we have anything in that reality generator machine, then we'll start tuning into that radio frequency. But if we have no anchors, we're tuning for everything, the
Yeah.
infinite.
Yeah, which is crazy
So I
because
think
you
there's
will.
different ways of doing that. Because one time I called it the aperture diameter radius spectrum. I was like, I finally get it. I was like, don't tune it this way, because then you'll dive into the shallow end of the pool. You'll hit your head on the bottom and keep going through the layers, keep hitting your head every branch on the way down. But if you tune it just right, I don't know. It's
It's
something beyond human words because it's more than one dimension. It's not just in and out. It's not just up and down, left and right.
yeah.
But there's a way to tune it where you can see everything without actually doing it out of fear, where you're like, you need all the details and because there's no reason for traveling, then you really go beyond.
I
But
think
then
that's
sometimes
I feel
it's
like
what do you
Theo, like,
remember?
but when you first going in and you diving in and you messing around with psychedelics, you want to see a lot of the things that you've already heard about.
Yeah, because you're kind of trying to correlate the way that one thing has meaning is only echoing through all the other things. How does it
Yeah,
harmonize?
yeah. So
When you go
that's
through
what you
some of the
begin to,
trips where you listen to the music and stuff, it's like I think it eventually you just get beyond that. Your
and
mind is like,
like that. Yeah, that's basically what Ozo is saying. You'll come back around and you'll start seeing the things that everybody else already created that was already here. That was already here. Like that. That's the part that got me on the trip too. Look, Theo, I seen everybody using the God thing to try to control, but all it was doing was creating like death, like a certain type of
yeah,
death that was beyond anything. And I could see families crying because of these members and the things that was happening to them, bro. That it was wild. It was wild, but
yeah.
it was like, dang, you feel me? Dang, I almost started. Then I started. I think I cried a little bit. You feel me? But then after you go, it's like, dang, this thing that is that is the God thing that's controlling everything. Every aspect of people is it. So even when people were passing, it was like they weren't because they were just
Yeah.
like almost like how your skin cells when your skin cells come off and they change like they die and you wipe it off and it creates new, it becomes new.
Hmm.
It doesn't just it don't your skin just don't die, it just keeps on
Like the
kind of.
skin cell that's dying is not the living cell. That's just like the skin.
Yeah,
and the
it's just
snake's
like
still
the
slithering
skin.
on.
Yeah, it's still going. It's still going. It just slithered out that skin into a new one or whatever. And it was like, bro, that was a wild part too. That was a wild part too because I could see it like and it's the fact that we all can see it. We can see it through time and we can see it through history from the stories that we hear. Just from observation of the stories that we read and we hear, everything like all the different religious things that try to have control over reality, not just the religious things, but like I'm saying, like the countries. You feel me? Trying to
And that's
have
what
that
I could see
control.
too. Like it was each person or culture we're deriving, like we're creating that idea, the activity which we call heaven,
Yeah.
and then like that's just a unique way to die, and you're like, but it's not really like you're not really dying, but it's like it's a unique way to
What's
go through that
strange?
transformation.
Intaking, true. The
But it's like, is it really worth it? It's almost like nothing and everything is worth it, and it's something more obscure than just like there being one
the
answer.
gold,
It's
the
like,
GTs, the golden teachers.
but it's there too. It's so obscure and it's so like not there, like the answer, but it's just there. I think it's like glaringly obvious, but then it's so lost and mysterious too once we start saying it.
Yeah, once you start saying it, that's the thing that was happening to me. Is like once you start speaking it, like it get lost. It get lost in time, like because you're saying it. So therefore, it's like it's almost like sometimes it's some things that just shouldn't be said, especially when everybody is already organized to have a certain understanding about life, and then you see
Sometimes a
something.
smile is good enough, I think.
Exactly, it is. But when you, man, bro, sometimes, bro, you will see outside of the beliefs that you created, and like to
Yeah.
a point to where you won't want to accept it. But I'm like going, I'm not in accepting of anything that I'm seeing. Like that's you like it's codes. Everything is
You know what
generated
it is
through
so
numbers and
true is like
codes,
once we
bro.
see
It's
like
like, come on
'cause
now.
we could see that all those codes exist simultaneously and be like, oh, this one's true. Oh my god. Like we could have a trip where that was our
Oh,
whole
what's
trip
up
to
with
see
it?
that one code was true. Then we jump to conclusion or we like react to it in that trip
All
in a
right,
quantum
Patrick.
way where we're still like slowly responding to it, but it creates so many realities because it's really a compulsive like reaction. And then we'd be like, oh shit.
It's almost
Then we go back next time. It's like it's not just exclusive. It's like you can't narrow it down by the negatives. Yet that's the only way you can see what is going on is by narrowing it down with the negative.
uh,
This
hey,
sounds like
the body,
crazy to
bro.
say.
You
Sound like
it
words.
don't. You start to see that the body is almost like just the. It's almost like it's the vehicle, just to basically travel through these different life experiences. It's not even. It's
Yeah.
not like the body is not you. It's just a vehicle that you're jumping in order to travel and have these experiences. Almost like traveling in a car or something. You feel me? Or really on
Yeah.
a roller coaster. Like you get on a roller coaster, you be like, ah,
Because
ooh. You
it's like
laugh, you
what you
scared
talked about where
sometimes.
everything in life, the answer is coming from the question. Question times when we start, wait, what the fuck? Because it's just like it is it being itself. But really like the body is designed to have all those programs in it. It does a certain verb. So then if there's an answer, the body like solves it. It's like a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
But then once the Rubik's Cube is complete, we'll even sit there and be like,
And
but why?
and I think what's crazy is because the body, like we gotta watch our cursing though. We gotta just watch our cursing a little bit, Theo. Like
Yeah.
certain words,
Oh
because
wait,
I ain't trying to
my
get in
fault.
trouble. But I'm saying like what's up with it, Dave? I forgot what I was gonna say, bro. I was somewhere else. And Dave
You're
popped
right.
in.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good.
Yeah. How you doing, everyone? You all right?
Yeah, we good, bro. We good.
Yeah. Psychedelic,
Yeah.
the loop.
The
But
loop. Yeah, what's up with you
I
though?
want oh yeah, everything's good. I thought I'd just jump in quickly to see if everyone's all right.
Yeah,
Just
everybody.
thought I'd jump in. Yeah. As you were saying that you were saying about that was me who said what strain was it what you been taking.
Oh yeah, it was just the golden teachers. It wasn't.
Oh
It
yeah.
wasn't the Pan Am. The Pan.
No,
It
no,
wasn't those.
no, no,
It
no,
wasn't
no.
those. I'm gonna get my hands on them though.
That
Yeah,
Raggedy Pan,
Yeah.
yeah. Or even
Raggedy
the
Ant.
that's what I was saying, the Zappadocorum as well. That's from Mexico. The cloud forest
That's
in
Yeah.
that Pan's
Mexico.
Labyrinth.
Hey, do you
Yeah,
think
that
do like it's weird, right? Because it's almost like you said, like each strain has its own journey, its own information within it. And sometimes I'll be thinking, okay, is it really the information within there, or is those just activating the information that's within you?
you know I realized on my last trip here, on my last trip, um, you know, like when the trip's starting, I saw myself going through a tunnel. And then I saw all of these files, and I was going past all of these files. And then when I was looking at the files as I was going past, it was showing me like they were all like different mushroom strands. It was showing me different um like realms connected to it. So like say like if it was like a certain mushroom and you take that mushroom and it's more about the mind, then I'll see like a mantis entity connected to it. I feel like that it's different because have you ever took a mushroom and they've told you that they don't want you to take that mushroom anymore?
I did that with DMT,
Yeah,
and it was
but
like,
that's
nah.
happened with Yeti. With the Yeti mushroom, like 2 times ago when I took it, they were saying to me like we've given you all the information because they was explaining to me like it's like you know like it's like the system of the angels like each mushroom is like an angle of light. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I've completely forgot, and I made some chocolate with Yeti, and I took it like a couple weeks later, and as soon as I took it and it was kicking in, I heard, "What did we tell you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah!" Like, and then
yeah,
like they were like, "Yo, like we're not telling you nothing. Like you're just gonna have to sit there." And I said, "Listen, I'm already here, so I might as well just sit. You might as well come and sit with me."
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But
So
it's like I
so
feel
so on that one, it didn't show you. It did. You didn't see anything.
I saw like like geometry, like a little bit of geometry, but as far as information, they didn't give me any information because they were saying basically with that angle of light, I've already took the information and the understanding. I feel like like um you you could learn the understanding of that angle or you could already know it, like when everyone's born, like we're all talented at different things. Like some people are able to play football naturally or play basketball naturally, where someone will have to train a long time because they've they're more adept in that angle, if
Yeah,
that makes sense. So that's what is I feel like is kind of like with the mushrooms. Like if you take one and you've already understood the information what that angle's trying to teach you, then I feel like it would repeat, or like you just won't really feel like you're getting information from it because you've already took that information of that angle of light. Do you get what I'm saying?
no, I get what you're
But
saying, because I've had experiences to where, like, okay, I dove in, and then okay, it's showing me this thing, and then when I understand it, it shuts off completely. It just stops.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
talking about it could be like an hour into the trip, and it'll just stop, and I'm like going, wait, hold on, I feel kind of tipsy, but I'm not getting no visuals. It's not sending me no information. I'm not seeing nothing. I just feel like a little tipsiness from it, but it's not giving me anything. And it's like, well, it's almost like you said, like, well, we showed you already. Like, and you understood it,
yeah,
so that was enough. It was like they hung up the phone on me.
yeah. No, it's true. That's what I was saying with the cubes as well. Yeah, I don't know if you get it where you're from, but like the brown Jamaican weed. Yeah,
Yeah,
bush,
yeah, the
bush
bush.
weed. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what the cubes are like. They're
wow.
like the bush. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like with the angles with certain of these species, because there's angles where um there's mushrooms where like within the psilocybin family where cubes is milder than cubes, but it's like what I was saying, it's the different angles because it's like all of these um indigenous people from around the world, like if it's in Mexico, if it's in Africa, all of these places where they take the psychedelic and they take the mushrooms, they don't take cubes.
why is that?
They usually take like Zapadocorum, Pans, something was super strong. They don't really take cubes.
Yeah,
You
they,
get what I'm saying?
yeah. It's weird because it is like you said, bro. You, you start to see almost like, which is crazy, right? Because like if you take this strand over here, like you'll see some African stuff, like Egypt or something like that. You take this strand over here, you'll start seeing like some ancient China stuff. You feel me? Or you take this strand, you'll start seeing you know like Hindu gods and things of that nature.
Yeah, yeah. But it's like how I kind of try and make sense of it myself, because I study like astrology and like numerology, but mainly from astrology. Like with astrology, yeah, you have all the planets. Obviously, you have the planets, and then each planet has different energies connected to it. But where a lot of people get mixed up with astrology because they just think it's based on predicting the future, but it's based on angles of consciousness.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like, say, like, if it like something's ruled by Jupiter, there's a mindset what comes with that. It's like anything you want to do. It's like they say, if you want to become like a race car driver, you have to you have to visualize it, put up the picture, buy the hat. You have to be try and design your life around that lifestyle for it to come into your life easier, so you're ready for it. So like with like a lot of these like a lot of the mushrooms, I see them as like some of like say like some of the mushrooms, yeah, like they would want to help you with dealing with shadows and things what you didn't get to speak to your family about, or things you need to speak to your family or friends about, or things you've held on from childhood. Like, so some of them are like based more on like trauma, and then some of them are based on more like an extraterrestrial thing where you're in space and you're flying, you're seeing this. Some of them are more based on grounding yourself. Some of them, I feel like they all have different a different destination they want to take you to. But it doesn't mean that if you take the mushroom 5 times in a row, you're gonna get the same experience. I believe it would just be like the same theme, if
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, it'll be the
Like,
same theme, but it don't be
yeah,
the same experience. But sometimes it'll explain and say the same thing, like it'll just show you in a different way, like me being in the room and turning around and looking at the room and seeing the room as a reflection, and then understanding how my room and outside was a reflection of myself, and then going in again and seeing that same thing but being outside in the front and just seeing across the street from my house just being a reflection.
yeah,
But it's showing me the same thing, but it's showing me like in a different way, and it's like, dang, bro, like this is trippy, but but at the same time it's like kind of confusing, like because when you there, like I said, a lot of times to me it feel like, Dave, when you there you can understand it completely, but when you come back and you're back looking through the eye of a human, it's like, bro, that don't make sense. That don't make no sense. it
yeah,
don't it don't make sense.
yeah. It's true. 'Cause even like when I think when I think I took the Zappadocorum. The Zappadocorum was showing me basically like I've seen this a couple of times where I've took mushrooms and I ain't at the peak yet, but I start to see a ceiling. And I always say, why is there a ceiling? Why can't I go no higher? When I was on the pans, yeah, like the spirit said to me something, but I didn't really understand it. It was saying that's the point of no return. I just never understood it when I was seeing it, but when I took the zaps the other day, they were explaining to me. It's like, like with all of these things, like like learning symbolisms and different um thought processes, psychology for yourself, all of these things.
You still
It
see.
That helps build on your trips as well, because there's a lot of things what we might see on trips, but it's just because we don't understand the concept or don't understand the symbolism, where we get a lack of knowledge in certain aspects of the trip, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does that make
Nah, it it,
sense?
it,
Yeah.
it it does, but at the like it's almost like when you being in reality and you looking at full reality, right? Like you're seeing reality. Like right now, me sitting in this room and looking at everything in this room. Like I'm seeing it, but I'm not into just one thing that's happening within this room. Like, and then even what's
Yeah.
in this room, I'm talking about something different as I'm looking at the things that are here. So it's like almost like when you dive in and you seeing all these things at one time. Like a lot of times you only be able to focus on like one or two things within the experience. Like sometimes,
Yeah.
unless you really open, like some of us though, you can understand, and that's what I be saying. Like you start to become what you're seeing because you like kind of sort of are what you seeing. So you become everything that you seeing, and now you can see it from every angle. Like you said, like about angles, you can see it from every angle and get a better understanding of it while you're on the journey, instead of just it looking like chaos, like life, because that's what life is
Yeah.
like to me. Life is like chaos at its finest. Like everything is happening in every which way. But when you see it happening, like even on the experience, you'll try to control it. You try to control certain things that's happening. Like, hey, stop that over there and move this over here, and that shouldn't be happening. That person shouldn't say that, and and like sometimes you'll get to doing like what you do on the human experience in the psychedelic experience, to where you'll start to try to control what it's showing you. It's like instead of just
Yeah.
accepting it and being in that space at that time, you'll begin to try to control it, like, nah, do this, and I want to see that, and it's like, bro, I don't know. it's crazy. But I gotta go, y'all, because I gotta go run some errands myself right now. But thanks for dropping in, Dave, Ozo, and
Yeah,
Blue to the
thank
Flame,
you.
Jedi. Jedi, I'm gonna try to come back later once I get done because it's only 3 o'clock here. So later on, I'm gonna try to come and drop another one. You feel me? And because it was like a whole lot of other stuff I kind of wanted to talk about, but we kind of get all over the place once we get to going. Because
Yeah, yeah,
I'm telling you, that Saturday experience was wow. It wasn't though because it was like what we was talking about, how it'll show you something and then it'll show you again, and I think it'll show you over and over again because it knows you're seeing it, but it don't think you understand it. So
yeah,
it'll show you, it'll take you deeper into it. It'll take you deeper, and that's what it did with with me seeing the God separate from life aspect of it. It took me deeper and showed me even more, and I was just like, nah, bro, this is trippy. But I said it's dope at the same time. Show me more. I'm scared. I'm
yeah,
scared. I'm scared, but show me more.
yeah. You know, it's true.
It's like I'm scared.
So, some bits of it do be scary. Like that's one bit, yeah, that like I never ever like keep like try and act like I don't have scary parts. There's always scary parts.
Yeah,
Not every time, but the scary parts is what makes the good parts beautiful. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. That's how it is with
Build
me.
up.
It makes it beautiful. Makes it beautiful. But
Yeah,
all right, Dave, man, I'm going to holler, man. I'm going to get at y'all later. All right, you have a good
yeah.
day,
Thanks though.
Ozo. True, true blue flame. Peace out. And yeah, all right, thank y'all for stopping by. You feel me? Yeah, like I said, it was like a lot of other things I wanted to talk about, but I said no, I'm not going to touch on that subject for a while until my next dive in and I see more. You feel me? Because like that, like, and then like I said, like I've been doing a little research on it, and like me just researching, just showing me that what I seen was what I seen. It was true. It was facts. It wasn't no, which is crazy because man, it was wild, bro. It's been wild. But thank you for joining, and yeah.